Time to try 15 different types of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Now, I love Kraft macaroni and cheese. Although it's been a while since I've had it, but I remember loving it. I'm kind of looking forward to this one. I feel like after Chef Boyardee, I deserve to treat myself. What I realized though, as I was boiling the water for the mac, is because I take this so seriously, because I want to make sure, you know, the integrity, my artistic integrity is intact. I postmated milk, and it should be here soon. And then even more frustratingly, after I ordered the milk, now I realize we don't have a lot of butter left. This milk should be here in literally like 1 or 2 minutes. So now I'm gonna start with, we have original flavor here. Yeah, no joke, that it arrived just when I finished recording that. So I have a batch here. Yeah, it's been a while, but my wife is just watching me awkwardly as I do this.
I love Kraft macaroni and cheese.
So good. It's got like a sweet cheesiness, which might not sound appealing, but I love it. I mean, yeah, the macaroni is just macaroni, but I can eat so much of this, and in fact, I will. My wife before this was like, "You're gonna share some, right?" And I was like, "Yes, S tier. It's nostalgic. It's, oh man. Maybe you could argue, oh, it could be a little cheesier. It could be a little, I don't know, maybe some seasoning, but I don't know. I can just kind of eat this as it is and be perfectly happy. So, in fact, I need some alone time with this. I'll stop recording now. All right, next up we have gluten-free. This is made with brown rice and corn. I'm curious how it'll differ. It looks the same. The noodles might look a little longer, but I could also just be making that up. Still great. I could just be imagining this, but it almost tastes a little sweeter, not in a bad way. But the texture's good. Like, it's nice and firm, but in a good, I like them firm. Yeah, I feel like these are longer noodles, but listen, I would gladly eat this any day. I'll say A+. It's still great. And yeah, I think it's a great option for, you know, if you need gluten-free. Tastes great. Macaroni and cheese with cauliflower. You can smell it. It smells like cauliflower, for sure. I'm just baking in the pot now. Yeah, you can definitely taste the cauliflower, but that's not a bad thing for me. I like cauliflower. Honestly, it tastes great. I guess this gives you a 4th cup serving of vegetables, which that's cool. Yeah, it may be like a gimmick, maybe, but I will say it doesn't hurt the flavor. In fact, kind of like it. S rank. Like if original is like a 10, then this is like a 9.9, 9.8. Like, it's really negligible to me. This is probably 2nd place so far in terms of the 3 that I've had. Wakanda Forever Shapes mac and cheese, which this movie came out like a year ago, but this is not expired. So I'm gonna rank this by not only taste, but also shape fun. You know.
That seems subjective.
And general texture. My wife pointed out it looked a little gummy, but I cooked this according to the directions. Oh, Effie's here too. Okay. The taste is not actually that good, which is strange because the ones before that have been really good. This is really bad.
Wow, I'm amazed that one of them was bad.
Me too. This sucks ass.
I think it's definitely the texture.
But also, like, the cheese powder is not potent. Like, I've had mushy mac and cheese. This just tastes like there's no cheese in it. I'm really disappointed because the other three have been great so far. It's like gluey mush. And the shapes, they're just like round. Like, there's nothing fun. It's not fun. This is gunk. It's bad, not fun gunk. This gets a...
Have you had other shapes one?
Every cat is getting a vocal cameo in this. That was Sophie. Wow, this has been chaotic. This is like an F?
Oh my god.
It's really bad.
It is.
It's really bad. Take this with a grain of salt. This might be a little old. Maybe this was better when it came out, you know, like a year ago or whatever. This is like the microwave version. They used to call this Easy Mac, but I guess it's just the microwave version now. Oddly flavorless. The texture of the pasta is alright. There's a little bit of a cheese flavor. I think at this point this is just too old. So this may not be a fair rating. Also, there's like 2 bites in this. Like, it's a lot of effort for like 3 bites of pasta. It's like a C-, like Wakanda Forever was forever ago. If this were fresher, might be a little better because the texture is okay. Time for another mac and cheese. I'm wearing my Sophie shirt and she is just so focused on me right now. Oh, and she's moving my camera. This is Paw Patrol. I had the smart idea this time to show you the pasta shape. There's only one, which seems like a ripoff for this. And yeah, let's see how it compares to the other one. Ooh, a lot sweeter for some reason. Something about these is they're boiling hot compared to like ones you make on the stovetop. I guess it's just like the concentrated. I feel like kids would just burn themselves on these. Pasta's a little gummy. It's not bad. It's definitely, I think the other one had a weird aftertaste. Maybe because it was older. I do think with these, since you only put water in them, you're kind of losing out on, because with the other ones you use milk and butter, and I think that really adds to it. So you do kind of lack a little bit of that flavor. C+ satisfies the itch slightly, but the stovetop is so much better. Mac and cheese deluxe. And this one is different in that it comes with a liquid, not a liquid, what do you call it? Like a cheese sauce, not a powder. Like you squeeze it out there, you pour it in, mix it up. So I'm curious how this will stack up in terms of, God, isn't that looks boiling hot. Okay, still weirdly bland. The macaroni is bigger. I don't know if it's easy to tell that, but it is bigger than the normal macaroni. I actually think this is less flavorful. On its own, it's not great. Gluey water sauce. D? I don't know. I'm just not really crazy about these. I feel like I used to like these microwave ones, and I don't know, maybe I've just grown up. Or they've gotten worse. I don't know. Regular mac and cheese. The original flavor, which I love, microwave form. Just your classic Kraft. And the microwave in the back, if you can hear that, that's because the other one is cooking up as we speak. Efficiency. Still very gluey. I think out of all the microwave ones, this is probably the best so far. It's still not super strongly flavored, which is a little disappointing. Yeah, it's pretty mild. Missing that milk and butter, right? C+ maybe? I don't know. Are people even watching anymore? Do people watch these? I don't know. It's triple cheese, which I'm skeptical about. It doesn't look any different. If anything, this looks almost more watery. They tell you not to drain it. I feel like you should. More watery, and it's not more flavorful, that's for sure. So now that I have both, I'm gonna directly compare again. Regular, pretty bland. And then extra, or what the hell was it? Triple cheese. Yeah, this one's worse. It's more watery. I didn't put more water. You fill it up to the line. I followed the directions. D+, it's not very good. I'm wondering if, like, when I get back, because the rest of these are gonna be like stovetop ones. I'm like, do I just not like this anymore? Did my taste buds fundamentally change? I don't know, but just saying that. Deluxe original cheddar. Cheese in this is not powder. It's like a goop. Yeah, mix in. Macaroni is quite big. And after the recent terrible microwave ones, hopefully this will, you know, return back to Kraft's glory that it deserves. Man, it smells pretty good. Okay. Like a lot saltier than the regular stuff. This one definitely has that Velveeta, plasticky, not in a terrible way, but plasticky kind of American cheese. Yeah, I can fuck with it. I think actually regular mac and cheese is better than this because I think the regular box has that kind of sweetness that I like. This is a little more salt plastic, which sounds disgusting, but the texture is pretty good. Nice and creamy. I think it's good. I kind of wish though that it was, I don't know, the regular cheese powder with like milk and butter. This liquid plastic is all right. It could use a little more sweetness and cheese flavor. 3 cheese with mini shell pasta. This was always my favorite, so let's see if it holds up. I think it's been a while since I've had this. It looks good though. The texture of the shells is really nice. I do think like shells just can kind of, you know, hold more cheese sauce within them. Not as flavorful as I remember though. You get a little bit of that cheese tang here and there. It's not bad. I almost maybe like the Deluxe one better, which surprises me. I think this lacks some of the sweetness that like your classic Kraft has, which I think that adds a lot to the whole flavor profile. It's like a B, like a low B actually. I'm a little surprised. I feel like the cheese flavor just does not live up to what I expect from Kraft, which is a shame because the shells are quite good. All right, we're doing Paw Patrol again. This time it's the regular stovetop version. Yeah, I'm curious how this compare because the microwave one was not very good. Remember, these look like little paws. You only get one shape. I feel like when I was a kid, you got more shapes, different shapes, but they do retain their shape. I don't know how easy it is to see that, but yeah. Oh, that is bland. Wow, that's even worse than the... I mean, the shells were like all right. These are somehow blander. And I thought maybe it had something to do with like the amount of milk. A couple tablespoons, you don't want to need like a 4th cup or whatever. C+, it's really bland. Spirals. It's supposed to be the original cheese flavor. I hope it, you know, is as good as the ones I usually like. Watching these Kraft mac and cheeses decline in quality, it's like, is my childhood innocence dying? Is that what's happening? Am I just growing too old for Kraft? I mean, probably, right? Anyway, we got the spirals here. Here's hoping. Okay, yeah, that's much better. I think just the original cheese flavor is the way to go. Got the tanginess, sweetness, the cheesiness. It's not like super strongly flavored, but just something about this cheese powder hits differently than every other dumb version they try to make. The spirals are nice too. They're nice and they're big, they're chewy. It's like a nice change of pace from the mac. Almost feels more like filling, you know, weird way. That's good. That's okay. We're back at the where we should be. I'm like an A. I still think the OG Mac takes it, but this is good. This is straight up good. Disappointed that the shells weren't as good, but these are solid. Unicorn shapes mac and cheese. Let's see if these can hold up the good name of shapes, because they've been pretty disappointing so far. I will say the shape quality, because you get what, rainbows, stars, and unicorns. Before I mixed this, it looked better, but I mean, these are very cute. Oh, like the stars actually come out like very intact. Unicorns are kind of ambiguous. Rainbows, you know, not bad. You guys can't tell the difference, but the stars look quite distinct, which is nice. All right. Bland. Something about the shapes, almost like maybe because there's just so much density that there's just more moisture. I don't know, because the spirals were good. The regular mac is good. Wow, that's extremely bland. I guess I'll just say it, I guess don't get shapes of any kind. C-. My childlike innocence is dying. Nostalgia is just dead, and shapes are no more. All right, the final one. Mac and cheese deluxe, white cheddar, and garlic and herbs. It's another one where the cheese comes in like a, paste. You squeeze it in. It has its own seasoning packet, and here it is. Let's see if this final one is any good. Not bad. The cheese is definitely more subtle than the other deluxe one. The garlic seasoning helps. It's almost like garlic bread adjacent. Yeah, this is pretty good, actually. The noodles are nice. Not too plasticky tasting, not too fake cheese tasting. They're pretty good. Sure, it lacks the sweetness of like classic Kraft, but it's kind of a nice savory, garlicky, subtle flavor. I think like a high A. I think this is good. It's good to end on a high note. I think overall I learned that classic Kraft and its variations is still the way to go. Spirals are pretty good. This white cheddar garlic stuff is pretty good. Everything else is, especially the microwavable ones, are not very good. I guess shapes suck. And the shells are a little disappointing. The joys of your childhood don't last forever. Man, that's a downer.